Whenever there's a quote-unquote mass shooting that includes people that don't look like me, there's millions of resources poured into that community. When mass shootings happen in the Black and brown community, it's silence, it's radio silent. The racial disparity is so blatant, it's painful sometimes. Mic check 1, 2. We out here today to make peace a lifestyle. Orange for peace. We wear orange to symbolize peace in our community. Join us as we make peace a lifestyle. We are connected to 22 sites in New York City and over 60 organizations that work together to help people heal, to help communities transform. We get alerts about shooting incidents, and so we go to the scene. We work with both sides of the gun. We work with families who have the potential to be shot and the potential to shoot someone.
We'll work with the teams on the ground. We might provide reprieve for people who've been impacted by even witnessing a traumatic incident. We might service the seniors or service parents who've been impacted by stress. Our goal is to be as flexible as possible for the needs of the community. So really the Peace Mobile is for community members of all ages.
The studio, couches, everything was just amazing. So it made me and some of my friends as well want to be on the RV and be around this type of organization as well. So I was pretty happy.
We have a full studio where they can go and do paint on beats and just release. Just engaging with the community to change the norms and create vehicles and ways and tools that they can use to help change the culture of violence that exists and break the cycle.
How you doing, Shamega? Good to see you. Have y'all met Shamega? So Shamega is one of our violence intervention and prevention specialists. These are the people who go into communities when there's a situation, they walk towards the situation instead of away from it. She's going to be taking the young people through a paint on beat session.
Bro, I
Think
can't,
about
bro.
something. Don't think about nothing.
You know, people is watching.
I got myself in some trouble out here in the streets, and I went to prison for 3 years. I contributed to a lot of the downfalls of this neighborhood, so I decided to just do something. Be more proactive than to just stand around and talk about it. I wanted to put my hands on it and see the work that I've done.
We do our yoga classes with the young people.
So it's him, right? He kept telling me to come to yoga. And I was like, nah, I don't do yoga. And so he just kept saying it. So I went just to go check it out, and I wound up liking it. So I go every Tuesday now. The movements, the breathing exercises, all that, it just relaxes me.
Say somebody gets shot, I go to the hospital, refer them to different therapeutic services that Life Camp has relationships with. My first 5 times I went to the hospital, all the victims died. I've been through the trauma, but once you realize it's trauma there, then you could work to fix it.
People are carrying all kinds of stress and trauma. We have parents who've buried their children and go to work the following week.
On May 5th, my son was murdered right down the block from Life Camp over a parking incident in front of me. Erica Ford reached out to my niece, and I went on a retreat with other families affected by gun violence. The myths in the Black and brown community is that you'll get over it, life goes on, time heals in due time, which is not true. So this is what I want to focus on in the Black and brown community, especially helping families affected by gun violence. You have to learn the tools in learning this new life without your loved one.
2007, my son was murdered. 8 months later, my wife died as a result of a broken heart and the trauma from it. And I thought that was the end of the story, but 4 years later, I buried my daughter. 1 bullet killed 3 people in my life. But you know what the most stringent part of that is? I know the young man. He had dinner at my table. through Life Camp, I had the opportunity through therapy to have the expression of love, patience, kindness. Being in the position I am in right now, where I get to work with young men and challenge the older men, means a lot to me. It has become my healing process.
We have to change the narrative. We have to raise the voice of those people who are impacted by violence, and us who are in those communities have to be led by love. I've been threatened by my own people, by the police. I don't have time to be scared, right? I don't have time to be scared because I feel that every day that I live and every day that I breathe, I do and fulfill my purpose, you know? And so I don't have time to be scared.